are one of them?
Mr. Mills in junior high.
Cool. What did Mr. Mills teach?
History.
See, I had a teacher like this too. What was it that was special about Mr. Mills?
He just was very animated when he spoke. He really got you. He was a great storyteller.
Okay.
And the way he taught the history was like you were there. You felt like you were actually there. It's just very, very good.
This is kind of what I had too. I had an English teacher named Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray was my 7th grade English teacher. And in that class, Mr. Gray was a skier. He absolutely loved to ski. He was passionate about it. So he got us excited about it. He would tell these great skiing stories, like about yard sales and things like that. But he also had us do this reading list before we got to school that summer. So we were supposed to read like all these little books. One of the books was The Hobbit. Have you ever read The Hobbit? Mm-hmm. Right, so it's a pretty fun book, right? It was kind of like, before there was Harry Potter, there was The Hobbit, right? And The Hobbit was also a really cool story, kind of like Harry Potter. And so, anyhow, we read through that thing and just loved it. And we came to Mr. Gray's class, and we're all sitting around in a classroom like this, and we're 7th graders. So how old are you when you're 17? Or sorry, when you're in 7th grade? 12. They're like 12 years old, right? So you're picturing yourself, you're 12 years old, you literally just got out of the 6th grade, you're there at the beginning of 7th grade English. And Mr. Gray goes, I'm going to tell you a secret. The secret is, once. And everybody kind of looked at him like he was crazy, and he goes, what I mean by that is in your writing and in your storytelling, always start it with once, or one day I, or once upon a time. Why?
Recalling a certain situation?
Because it draws us into that particular picture. When we tell a story from the perspective of one day I, or last Thursday I, or once upon a time this happened, it draws us into the story. So that's how all of your stories will start in just a moment. It doesn't have to be once. It could be it was last Thursday. Or it could be one day I. Please don't make it once upon a time, because these should be true stories, not fanciful stories. Sound good? But put us in your picture. You're going to have to do that by talking about the sights, the sounds, the smells of that story. Sound good? Okay, we're going to go around our tables. You can pick the person who goes first, but then go clockwise around your table. Which direction is clockwise? So which direction is clockwise from you? That way, right? Steve, which direction is clockwise? Which direction is clockwise over here? We're good on that? Fonz, which way is clockwise? You good to go? All right, so we've got that. So pick the person in your group who's going to go first. You can use a point system or any other system you want, but tell these stories. We're going to take about 9 or 10 minutes to be sure we've collected all the stories. On your marks, get set, go.